don't like Achilles. Stop talking about it.
I didn't say it once, but since you brought it up, heaps more than yeah. At that price, who? At that price, who? At that price. At that price. At that price. No one. Good.
Too late.
Whoa!
Too high. Too high.
I keep on asking me this complicated and it's rubbish. It's not. Not even. You know the best luck when it comes to kidneys and chests. I want to see these. You're not going to be seeing fucking chests.
Alright.
Oh, Francis! Poor Francis!
I just got some cards.
Doesn't care!
Oh, Mitchell doesn't. Just tongue. Oh, the ball! Thomas kicks him in goal and he's got 140. Vice captain right now.
And welcome back to SuperCoach Masters. I am Geordie and alongside me is Maxi.
Matty Zers alongside here is Geordie, and happy Easter to everyone who celebrates that.
Happy Easter and all
happy Eid
holidays.
or whatever, all the rest of Ramadan's going on too, so who cares at the moment? We want to talk about football. Did you get any Easter eggs?
I don't know. I ate 4 hot cross buns.
That's
one sitting.
That's all right.
Did you?
I got one Easter egg.
Like a small one or a big one?
No, nice cherry ripe one.
Alright, well that's nice, champ. But let's talk about some football because
What do you want to talk about
much
first?
about.
What do you want to talk about first?
Well, let's talk about the Kick Sunt Hall of Fame.
Okay, George, you go ahead right down.
Well, because the absolute Kick Sunts, we have one from, this is from last week, but it's pretty relevant for this week. Whiskey D, Ix, bought 2 coffees. He said, another challenging week, fellas. Hopefully some of those whack primo scores correct themselves as the season goes on. The cream will rise to the top. Too true, Whiskey D. The cream hasn't risen too much to the top this week.
No, not really. What about our Docketies and our Cornelios? All those creamers just...
Oh, the cream is just all over Matty's face right now.
Oh, I don't know, champ. I don't know. The last time the cream for me, Jules. Who was your cream this week?
This week? Who was my cream? Radical Air?
Radical Air?
No, we'll say first game.
First game, I went to bed at 3, like halfway through the
because you would have been so upset seeing
because
Tom Mitchell finally crashed down to fucking earth and hit his stupid head. He's gone. It's time. It's finished.
Look, I actually left. I actually went to bed around because I couldn't watch it anymore. Brisbane were killing Collingwood.
You couldn't watch it anymore. What are you, 3?
I was tired too.
I was loving it. I'm like, ooh, yes.
I was tired too. He was on like about 40 something at half time. Like, oh yeah, she'll get maybe an 80 or 90, whatever. Went to sleep, woke up, 60, and he's got the magnifying glass on.
Like, where is he?
Where the fuck did he?
Where is he? No,
I was just
that's what we said with the Collingwood players. There was 4 of the top 7 midfielders in there from Collingwood. Like, wait till these guys before bringing them in lose, so we know what their floor looks like. So this is something that looks like Tom Mitchell's floor because a lot of them fell off. Like Josh Dacos fell off. What's his name?
Well, Dugoy and Penn and Tom Mitchell, but Dugoy and Penn was still side bottom, didn't even touch.
And side bottom because he was also at the top. So 3 Collingwood midfielders dropped off. I mean, Pendlebury, Dugoy still done okay, but and Tom Mitchell
respectively
dropped to the ground. Matty, is he a trader? We won't go.
Look, I don't know, man. I don't know. Like I feel like McStay is not a ruckman.
Is he? I don't think Tom Mitchell's a top 8 midfielder anymore.
You can always catch up, champ.
No, he can't.
Yes, he can. Why can't he?
Because when's McStay coming back?
What do you mean? Just wait. Like he's had out of the 4 games. He's
Champ, let me be happy.
Champ, I'm not happy.
You had 3 weeks in a row of Tom Mitchell getting 100s. Let me be happy.
Oh, I do. Now, if you want to talk about happiness, Jules, on our last segment.
Oh my God.
Yeah, what? Okay, what? Oh my God, what?
You're talking about Nick Dacos.
No, I'm going to be talking about. I'm going to be talking about our little side bet with Oliver and Grundy. Who scored more?
Side bet? There was no bet, you idiot.
Oh, we were talking about it.
We'll talk about a lot of things.
We're talking about it, but you made me look like an idiot. Oh, Oliver's going to get more. Grundy got him captain, 144.
Got 20 more points than
outscored.
Relax,
I said it.
Oh, good on you.
Oh, you can't give me a win. I literally gave you a pause. I gave you a pause to back Mitchell.
Oh,
and
you
here
gave
I
me
am.
2 seconds of pause.
I can't even
it's
get
2
one.
seconds.
I can't even get one.
Jules? You good now?
I'm good now. Go Dogs! Got him in. Jordy said it was a stupid move trading out Witz.
No, I said it was a stupid move because Witz wasn't out yet. You traded Witz out before you knew he was out.
Jordy, who's your ruck at the moment?
Radical
What was that? Radical and Marshall, you ruck 1 and ruck 2.
Well, Witt's not out, I was going to cop a 0, so I had to get rid of him. I already got rid of Cornelio, but when I saw that Witz was laid out, because I'd done a bit of a splurge.
I just had that intuition. I just knew he wasn't going to play. I just knew he wasn't going to play, and Grundy was going to be a captain option, and that's what I did.
So I got Laird in this week as a kind of a luxury boost trade for myself. I thought, a vice captain would be handy because I didn't trust any of my options. Then when Wits came out, I could only change the plays that I traded out, not the plays that I traded in. So I had to go from Wits to Cornelio.
That's too funny.
And then I had to
that
take...
luxury trade really got you. At least Radaglia done a good score for you this well, good to his standards. So it's a luxury trade, chat. Luxury.
It was a luxury trade because I didn't have to do it. That's the meaning of the word luxury trade.
I love the luxury when you got Radaglia as well too. What are you going to do next week with your ruck?
I'll get to that on the trades video, but I'm not going to be running Radaglia for the rest of the season.
He's had a good game this week. Anyway, up to his standards.
Up to his standards. Of course.
Let's
get back to Dacos because a lot of the community was not happy that we didn't have him in a top... Like, we had him in the third, the most... We had Dunkley, Neil, and you had, I think... you had Dunkley, Neil, I had Neil Dunkley, then we both had Dacos, or you had Tom Mitchell somewhere up there. And the community's not happy because we didn't say Dacos. Who the fuck knew he was getting a 38 and 2 goals? Not me.
Mate, Dacos just impresses every time. Like, I didn't think he's that good. Like, I know he's great, but I don't think he's that good.
He's getting
he's getting that good. Like, I don't know who else played better than him in that Brisbane. Well, now we're going to go straight to the Brisbane Collingwood game. So, Brisbane Lions finally gave Collingwood the L, which I was not happy about on so many levels. I was
so happy.
The Maltese went down, Collingwood went down, Tom Mitchell went down. You know, Dacos should have had him vice. We should have known better. Should have.
Did you have your vice and your captain this week? You had Tom Mitchell vice. Guys!
I had
Tom Mitchell vice captain. No wonder why you were going to bed early.
It was a blessing in disguise because I had Grundy captain. So if Tom Mitchell got 120, I probably would have kept
when
it.
my Primos get 60, it's a blessing in disguise.
Okay. Well, your Primos turned into Radaglia, but anyway.
My Primo already had Radaglia. He done a good job.
He done an okay job, George. Not a great job, he done it okay. We love teasing each other, George, but let's get right into it.
I know we do.
Brisbane and Collingwood. Let's go straight to the Lions. Not that anyone is going to be picking him, but Cam Rayner, he absolutely made us...
picking Cam Rayner, champ. We've got 9 games or something to get through. Let's talk about every Cam Rayner in every game.
Christ. You know how much we hate that big Mosca McInerney, but he
looked good against him, but
he got 16 contested, like 11 clearances. That's more than he gets in 5 games.
43 hitouts is the most he's gotten in any game.
Collingwood just made him look like a superstar, and that just makes me really sad.
It's good that Collingwood supporters finally got a loss so they could get a reality check. And that guy that commented on all that posts saying, oh yeah, Collingwood's going to be the #1 premier. Where the fuck are you now?
Oh, man,
where the fuck are you now, you Collingwood supporter?
We just need a ruckman. I don't know what we're going to do.
Yeah, I know what we're going to do.
We're going to lose. And Tom Mitchell's not going to get those contested touches and clearances because no ruckman. Anyway, George, Lachie Neale. I want to talk about Lachie Neale. He scored 102, but 6 kicks.
6 kicks.
16 handballs.
22 possessions only. I hated his game. I think it was really, really lucky to get that 100.
Oh, man. Like
he should. That's an 80 every day of the week.
What's going on? He's going to be cheap, but is he even worth it anymore? Is it Dunkley and Ashcroft?
Because he's still getting the CBAs. Like Ashcroft's not even getting CBAs, so it shouldn't be affecting Neil at all.
He's got 15 contested and 7 clearances, but majority of them were handballs. 16, I don't know. Yeah. What do you think? Is that a keep or stay?
I just think Champion Data's done some fucking stupid things, man, because I don't know what's going on.
Well, let's face it.
I don't know what's fucking going on.
Lachie Neale, he got a 76 dream team, but for him to get 6 kicks, 16 handballs and still get over 100, it's lucky.
It's lucky.
It's lucky. All that stuff about Dunkley, what do you think now? 25 touches, not really getting those tackles. Well, he only got 1 tackle, Dunkley. That's not like him.
Last week, I had him second for this game, but I kind of ruled him out of captain... vice captain contingency after his time on ground was fluctuating and his CBA started fluctuating. And then to get 25 and 1 tackle only for Josh Dunkley is not what you want to see in a Collingwood midfield that's relatively slow. We don't have the fastest mids with the goalie, Tom Mitchell. These are people that you can lay a tackle on if you try hard enough.
Oh, yeah. Well, Tom Mitchell's not fast at all.
Exactly. So I would have thought Dunkley could have got more, and it's really disappointing. His score, obviously, he's not a trade-out. We're going to keep Dunks, but... I tell you, he's not looking like how he did in the Bulldogs, Matty.
On the shining light of our rookies, Connor McKenna getting another 86.
Conor McKenna, another 86. A lot of cash in.
Liking that from him. Fan Footy reckons Darcy Wilmot's hit a wall. He only got 8 touches and a goal, and he was lucky to get that goal, and he's 64% game time. George, what do you think of that?
64% game. You need more game time to get more than a 50.
I think we need him to be about maybe 280 before we can get rid of him. What do you think?
I think if he gets another 50 and another 50, I think...
He's not going up. It's just plateauing. We've just got to hope he gets an 80 or something. That's what I'm saying. Maybe.
I don't think you can play him on the field.
No,
You can't. I think if you got a structure where Wilmot or Cowan is on the field, you need to get rid of a primo to free up some money in the back line.
And he got lucky last week with the score.
He did. That's why we said last week that even though he scored more than McKenna last week, McConnor, you play McConnor over Wilmot every day of the week.
Yeah, I don't think there's nothing more to look here in the Lions.
Well, Ashcroft got 26 touches and his CBAs weren't that high, but he did have a reasonable score. So you're happy to run a 675 from Ashcroft.
You'll keep. I don't think he's going to keep it up to be 80s and 90s anymore. I think it's going to be more of that 70 to 80 type scores.
Yeah.
Until he does below that, I think he would be gone as soon as that wall hits, and he's got a more break even than his average. If he's got a break even more than his average, I think that's time to release to get someone else. George.
I'm happy with that, Matty. And Matty, you were a Lockie Neal owner. If some people held on to him, is it alarm bells for Lockie Neal?
I think so, man. That's what I'm thinking. 6 kicks. I know he scored his highest score last week, which was 117, whatever. But 6 kicks and 16 handballs isn't something.
It's not Lockie Neal but for the people who do have him, they play North Melbourne next week. So, and that's at the Gabba as well, AHL Stadium. It's Brisbane home game.
Well, no, I don't think it's at the Gabba.
Right, AHL.
Everything. It's all the games next week are playing in Adelaide. Every single one. It's that gather. I forget what the round's called. It's the gather round or whatever it is. Everyone's playing in Adelaide, so
AHL Stadium.
Stadium,
it's meant to be a Brisbane home game.
I reckon there will probably be maybe 4,000 people going to that game for sure. At most. No.
But they are playing North Melbourne, so would you recommend maybe holding Neal? But if you do hold him, he's probably...
look, you're not going to get rid of him. You got 102. He did get lucky, so you can still roll the chance. He's going to lose a bit of money again. But he's got to do better than 6 kicks. Literally, as far as kicks goes, Lockie Neal was the 6th lowest in kicks, and that's including the 2 subs, which is pretty sad. So...
How do you not have that many? Anyway, we're going to be... let's just get on to the Maggies.
Let's get on to the Maggies. So
we'll talk about Nick Dacos. He's an absolute champ. Now, is he someone that we're going to have to vice-captain or captain every week?
I still can't do it.
Because he's a half-back flanker?
Yeah, I don't know why. I just don't have the... What about you?
Look,
I don't
think Ross Lyon, he's been insistent. I don't think he's going to let Nick Dacos have his way.
They do have Wintager. I know that Bytel hurt himself. He's also a tagger, but Wintager is a forward-line player.
They've got Seb Ross. They can put him anywhere.
Seb Ross has been playing pretty well as a midfielder, as a head-to-head type player. But Nick Dacos, 38 touches, 2 goals.
The thing is that when we get to that, because Collingwood and St Kilda are going to be the last game of next week, the very last game, that's going to be, you're going to have to chuck a C on him, or you're going to have to chuck a C on Marshall.
We'll talk about that on Thursday when with captains and vice captains.
Good call.
Pendles and Zagoe doing what they do best, getting the footy and getting over 100s. Ash Johnson, there's a pod. He's 280s in a row for 300,000. Something sneaky. Taylor Adams, I think he's pathetic, to be honest.
He's playing a lot more forward. He's a forward line player now. While you're on that, Matty, I'll get up some CBAs for the lovely listeners.
You get the CBAs off. There's nothing else really to look at besides the Tom Mitchell who just stopped at halftime.
Lockie Neal had the most. It was 28. Oscar McInerney 27. Zagoe the most with Magpies at 24. Dunkley 23. And McLuggage 20, which is, I would say, his highest for the season. McStay 20, Pendlebury 19, Mitchell 18, Ashcroft 15, which is a lot higher than last week. Ash Johnson 11, Crisp 10, Dacos 8, which is a lot higher than his season average, that's for sure. Josh Dacos 7, Taylor Adams 7 only. He will get DPP, and Zorko, Danaher, and Bailey with 5 or less.
Well, there you go. Even that, did I see Ash Johnson there?
Ash Johnson 11.
So he's even doing ruck duties as well.
Yeah, McStay's doing most of the rucking, and it's not looking that impressive.
I think they need to restructure this. I think Frampton needs to go. I like
Frampton in the back.
I know, I do too, but I would rather Frampton go in the ruck, McStay take Frampton's spot, and bring in Jack Ginnivan for next week, and just let my chick do those things. Clearly it didn't work. McStay got his ass handed to him.
So that's the thing. I know with Lockie Neal was good because he's got 28 CBAs, and if you compare that to Tom Mitchell, got 18. That's 10 less times in the centre that there's being started. Dunkley's still got 23, so you got to roll the dice with him. Yeah. But all the Collingwood guys are pretty even split. You'd be happy if you're a DeGoey owner because DeGoey got 24, which is the most of any Magpie.
Yeah.
And still, it's not at that Lachie Neale standard. But look, the goalie got 12 touches against Port Adelaide, so he's not someone I'm rushing to bring into my team by any stretch.
No, he does a lot of good contestants and kicks some goals. So, the guy's doing what he's doing. All right, Jules, I don't want to talk about this game anymore.
Well, we're going to talk about Tom Mitchell a bit because he's still got 20 touches, 2 tackles. He only had 72% time on ground.
It was too hot for him. I'm just making excuses.
Is it time to get rid of him?
No.
People having Tom Mitchell. There are other people that have picked him.
I can see people. Look, he's not going down much because his break-even was 80, got 62, so he's not going down much at all.
So happy he gets another 60.
Well, they're playing St Kilda next week. I think Tom Mitchell will bounce back.
You're backing him to bounce back?
I'm not too worried about it. Look, if it happens again and the ruck is the same for Collingwood...
Yeah, okay. All right, well, let's keep the faith with Tom Mitchell and we'll talk about captain options next episode. All right. And also, if you're new here, please like and subscribe to us. And if you already are subscribed...
We already love you anyway. So, you want that love? Subscribe.
You want my love?
You want my love? Subscribe to us. All right, George, next game, North Melbourne versus the Blues.
I actually didn't mind it because up to this point of the week, I was still doing relatively good in SuperCoach. So...
look, man, even the game was pretty close until Carlton just ran away in the last quarter, which was a good game to watch. Now, that Harry Schneasel, what can't he do? He's got, 37 touches again. Like, wow. 111. He's still doing the things that
he's a keeper at this stage.
I don't think you could trade him out.
You can't.
I don't think you could ever, even if he hits a ceiling.
I reckon if he gets he's going to get a game. There is a game where he's going to get a 70.
I think the only way he's going to get is if he gets concussed or something.
No, he'll get a 70 one game and watch. I reckon a couple of people will be trading him out.
What's it called? Almost concussed him as well. Mackay came in and done the chops on his neck.
That was a good free kick.
That was a great free kick. There's only 3 real players that people are going to look at in North Melbourne, and that's obviously Schneasel, that's LDU, and that's Zeeble. I brought in LDU this week. He got 30 touches. He was actually doing really, really good, but slowed down at the
30
end.
touches, 1 tackle.
I've got to do more tackles than that. Jack Zeeble,
he looked really good. I thought he got his SuperCoach was a lot lower than I thought he should deserve.
I thought so.
His kicks were so good.
He gets another 21 kicks, 8 handballs and 7 marks. He just does the things. But
29 touches.
There's hardly any contested though. There was 5. They were all just loose ball, rebound 50s that just short little ones that I saw. But obviously they don't make the points. Whoever kept Will Phillips, I brought him in too.
I brought in the Phil G.
So Will Phillips done what he needed to do. 67, he got 17 touches and a goal. Lucky to get that with that goal. Greenwood, how did you like that? Cunnington got subbed out.
Subbed out. I think his time is absolutely finished. 46% time on ground. If they're subbing Cunningham out now, they're really not rating him.
He doesn't look that good. Did you see him on the field?
Yeah.
He looks a bit sloppy. And then Charlie Comben crashed back down to earth.
That's a Comben for you. He'll get you a 60 and he'll get you a 29.
And then a 12. So Comben again, if you got him, I don't know if he's going to be making you money. Going to the Blues. George the Blues.
That is the Blues.
Paddy Cripps again, 6 kicks. So this is what you want. If you give him 6 kicks like Lachie Neale, like Paddy Cripps at least gets you 114.
Because he got 23 handballs.
And 22 of those handballs were 22.
I really like Cripps as a pick this year. I reckon if people who have picked him are doing a good job. I know he hasn't broken it, but one of these games that he's playing this week and last week, it looks like he could have easily gotten 160.
Well, this is the thing about Cripps. So this time last year, what Cripps has eliminated from his game was kicking goals. Like, he hasn't kicked goals this year. Like, I remember he kicked 2 goals and 30 touches, 1 goal.
Yeah, I know, but I think still the way he played, like he was so fucking robbed last week by Champions Arts. He played so good last week and he was definitely like one of the best on ground, and he deserved 150 last week. Maybe this week 120, but
I like him. You know who I'm actually liking now? Sard. Adam Sard. He has not had a shit game.
You know why? Because Doherty is out of that defensive 50, more or less, and he plays a kick behind the play. And Sard has been doing all the rebounding. He's looking great.
17 kicks, 8 handballs and 104, looking all right. Now, speaking of the devil himself, Sam Doherty had a really shit first half.
It's on 24 or something at a quarter, half time or something.
Came back and got a 71, 19 touches. That's not up to his standards. Normally he's 26. Like, I've been doing multis Doherty under every time and it's been winning because he's not reaching those 28 touches.
I want a good multi on this game.
That Sportsbet is telling you to do. So, next week, if Doherty's minus 27 or minus 28 or under, I'd definitely get on that one. George Stewart, 15 touches. He's slowed down a bit too as a midfielder.
He only had 71% time on ground, George Stewart. Yeah,
Yes,
look,
I think the dynamics next week, because now Carlton are surely going to get Sam Walsh and Matt Kennedy back in the team next week.
wow, how's that team going to look? Surely, do you reckon Doherty goes
Doherty has to
all the way back to the
he
back?
needs to. Like you
But is he a sell? If you have him, he's got you 2 fucking 70s.
Yeah.
And last week, he didn't even deserve a 70.
No, he didn't. I think he got 80 something last week.
Whatever.
Well, whatever. But look, I think
If you have Doherty, would you not sell him for a premium that's only their way up?
if you want a reason not to get rid of Doherty, just think of the 2 midfielders that are starting midfielders coming back into the team.
So they'll probably put Walsh on a wing.
Oh, they could. Who knows? Look, Ed Kerno's been. Let's look at some CBAs on that, because if
I'd love to give you some CBAs.
Ed Kerno's in there,
this is really pleasing for Cripps and Uniac owners, because CBA is 28 to Goldstein, number 1 ruckman, obviously in North Wisharia. LDU 27, very good. 27 to Cripps as well, very good. Pianet's the best ruckman at Carlton, 22. Simpkin 19. Ed Kerno 19.
So are you telling me the next midfield player for Carlton after Cripps was Kerno?
Yes, at 19.
That's fucked. So look, let's hopefully Walsh and Kennedy. I don't know, where was Hewitt? Keep reading
I'll
about.
keep going. But Chera 17, Cunningham 12, and he was subbed off at halftime. Greenwood 11, Phillips 10.
Where the fuck's Hewitt?
DeConing 9. Yeah, Doherty 9. I don't want him there.
No.
Hewitt 9.
Okay.
Zerha 8.
Yeah.
Powell 6.
And all the rest of the duds. All right, so you had, go back up here, so you had Doherty and Hewitt at 9 CBAs, which isn't enough for Hewitt, and it's too many for Doherty. So you would think Walsh and Kennedy...
Well, why would they... There's plenty up for grabs. Why would they only give Hewitt 9?
I don't know. I didn't see that game properly to see.
I watched it, but I just didn't even see Hewitt. I didn't think he was on the... He literally missed over a quarter of football.
Yeah, he did more.
So I don't know what...
Doing jobs in midfield.
I think maybe... Oh, yes. They had him running with LDU around the contest, but they weren't starting him instead of mini centre bounces. But anyway, what we can take out of that, Cripps, LDU's role.
Perfect. Yeah.
Great. If you have Doherty's role, probably not, but that could change. Hewitt's role looked absolutely shite. And...
Yeah, so back to what we're saying is it's time for... I think, look, wait for this week. If the teams are named where Matt Kennedy and Sam Walsh are coming back in, you would think to see Doherty go back, Ed Kerno kind of go back on the wings. Because, again, for Ed Kerno to get second most CBAs as a Carlton midfielder is kind of ridiculous. He's 33 years old. He only got 17 touches, but...
87% time on ground.
Yeah,
So
well, he can still run. But look, they just beat North in the last quarter. It was pretty close for the 3 quarters. Ollie Hollands, I don't know, Jules. You reckon his brick wall has stopped? He
was anyone who gets 89% time on ground and he's not a forward or defender, he's going to be producing some good numbers. I know he's a more elevated price. If you're an Ollie Holland owner, I would not worry. But he's not the best game from him, but I reckon he's got some good numbers in him.
Then you got Lockie Cowan, who's just doing the things that he does, which is 9 touches.
50s. If you've got Cowan or Wilmot on the field, you need to start restructuring, start selling someone. But before we get into the next game, the kick-ins for this game, we have Sarg with 7, beautiful pick if you have him. McGovern with 6, which is really good.
He come out injured, that McGovern, so I don't know how long he's going to be gone for.
I don't think he was a bit tweaked. They just got rid of him at the end.
Okay.
He was on and off with that injury. But the next up is Zeeble with 5. Very good for Zeeble. And Sheasel with 3. McDonald with 2. And Doherty only with 2. So he's really regressing. His role doesn't look that great, but Ridley's role looks so much worse. I'll talk about that when we get up to that game. Massive.
All right, next game is Crows versus the Dockers.
Oh my God. Can we just talk about fucking what Dawson did to them?
Why did Dawson? He was everywhere. I saw him in the back.
93% efficiency with all his touches. So
96%. Wow.
And he got 600 or something meters game.
173 super, 20 kicks, 7 handballs, 6 tackles and a goal even.
You know what? His role was so good, Matty. He was playing in the CBAs and then he'd go back when there's kickouts. So they're using him for all the point-getting stuff, and he looked real good. People that rushed in to get him last week, I didn't understand, because he only had 18 touches and a goal. This week, his role looks so much good, and he was the only one free because they were all tagging lead. Yeah,
well, he was starting midfield, switched back to the back line in the last quarter, and he just stood up strong and did some kickouts. That Max McElhaney, Geordie hates a rookie that's a shit dog, and then just does 103, 15.
Oh, good on you if you got him. I mean, that's nothing better than getting a McElhaney that no one else has, and now
there's nothing. Yeah, there's nothing.
He's
There's
going to
nothing.
make you 200k easy.
Yeah, there's nothing better than having 103 in a week where it's going to be that. For
Because
the
he
next
got
week.
80 last week. So, mate, he's going to make 200k.
Oh yeah, easily.
It's ridiculous.
And then you've got some
such a huge advantage having him in.
Rory Laird. George, he got his, second last number this year?
He was tagged, and it wasn't like a light tag. It was such a hard tag. It was a good and when they already won the game, they kept him off for like the last half of the last quarter.
Yeah.
So he only got 77% time on ground.
Did that for Grundy too. So Laird got 11 kicks, 17 handballs, 13 contested, doing what he's doing, only 4 tackles today. 97. George, he's going to go down again, isn't he?
Yeah, it's going to go down even if he got 107. So,
but
I'm expecting him to bounce back. I'm going to maybe think about because he's playing Carlton the first round. I'm going to go vice captain on Lairdy.
Why not? Josh Rochelle, a lot of people went on Josh Rochelle this week, and a lot of questions were asked about him. He got 20 touches and 3 goals, but still on your 70.
That was a Chandler. If Chandler was doing that, that'd be about 140
for
for sure.
Easily. No one really else to look at on the Adelaide game. Back to the Dockers. Besides Sean Darcy, Brayshaw finally repaying the faith with us. His high score of the year, isn't it?
Dude, I told everyone Brayshaw's highest average against any club is Adelaide. It's a bit concerning that it's only 114, but it's better than what he's been
31
scoring.
touches and 7 tackles. What do you think you get a bit more?
Can't. I mean, yeah.
Darcy,
he deserves
Darcy absolutely dominated.
But you know what they're doing, Champion Data? The point that the touches, Matty, are so more important now. Like the clangers, the ineffective disposals, they're penalising everything so much. And I think they were a lot more lenient last year. And now people like Brayshaw, who hasn't always been the neatest of kicks.
What about Taranto? Because Taranto still chops it up more than anyone, and
his role has changed, and
his role has changed. Yeah. Luke Ryan, he's still kicking on 111, 22 touches. He's the only Fremantle that hasn't fallen in the back line yet. Luke Jackson finally done something good for the Dockers, got 107. I know he was a few pick plays. Brendan Cox, I thought his game was fucking pathetic. But
he done some good intercept.
But that's what I'm. But there was
this one play
where it was kick
backwards.
Him. Oh, I'm like,
because he was the deepest one.
Yeah.
He was the one getting meters gained, and the ones kicking it back to him weren't getting any points.
That's right.
So he was in the best position.
So he got 64 dream team in 89.
I'm guessing that's how we got his big scores, because he's always the deepest in the defence.
And like only 6 of them contested. So he got 7 marks, and I reckon he got 3 marks in that passage of play where he kicked it to someone, kicked it back. I
know, and he got a lot of points for it. Now, did you skip over Shrek?
No, I just said he's just doing what he does best. Absolutely dominated the shit out of Rolly O'Brien.
Because now it's his second highest number, over 120. Now, a lot of people rushing to trade him out, and he actually beat a pretty good ruckman this time around. 17 touches, 38 hitouts. Now, he's going to go up in money, and he's probably going to be, because at this time, Supercoach isn't open yet. I'm guessing he's going to be the top 3 ruckman.
Oh, well, there you go. Why wouldn't he be?
Because, he's only had one real bad game, hasn't he?
Yeah. But yeah, he has. Yeah, it wasn't even bad. It was like 84, wasn't it?
Well, he got shit against Gold Team, wasn't it? Like a 50.
He got that bad, did he? All right, let's have a look.
He got pants. I'm pretty sure he got pants.
Well, who will be number 1? So
English
63. Oh, he hasn't scored the best, but he's doing okay. He's averaging 96 before this big game. But so was Grundy. So Grundy will probably be better than him.
True, yeah. So, but Grundy will be second. We can only speculate until Supercoach. But I'm saying Darcy looks like a top 4, 2 or 3 ruckman right about from this point on.
I know Nank scored another 100, but we'll get to that pretty soon.
I'm pretty sure Nank's injured, but yeah, we'll go.
Nank is injured. What, my boy? You're going to give him a pat.
I'm happy to talk to you about that too, Jay.
Why?
Because he's injured.
Got to talk to me about.
Do you want to talk to me about?
Fair enough. Someone that's.
Well, here we go. Courtesy of Fantasy Freako. Toby Nankervis is the latest ruckman to go down with an injury.
No! Maybe that. What's his name? Will be. He's already gone up in money. But anyway, we'll go back to that when it's in the next game.
Sarongi, another good game. 100 Supercoach.
Yeah, not 28 touches, not too bad. Who else? Matthew Johnson still can't get a full game on the pitch.
I don't think he is. He's not going to be on the bubble, but with 2 14s or whatever he scored.
Not good enough.
Did you watch this game?
Yeah, I did. Yeah. It was the only game
I watched all the games.
Nathan Wilson dodged that bullet, done 43, pretty crap.
Yeah.
No one, Hayden Young, 63. So, I know a lot of people would have picked him up, but
Hayden Young, I think it's time to get rid of him.
I think so too, George.
He's going to lose a lot of money, but it's still time to get rid of him.
Mm-hmm, definitely. All right, that's enough about these idiots. Let's go to the Tigers.
Wait, did we even speak about in depth the CBAs and the kickouts?
Oh, no, we didn't. Wait, if you want to do that.
I fucking do, Matty. CBAs, Riley O'Brien, 27.
Ooh.
Andy Brayshaw, 25, really good. Darcy, 25. And Sarong, 22. Laird, only 20.
But he had a lot of bench time on the last
He
quarter.
did. And Dawson got 16, so good. Aish, 15. Keys, 13. Rochelle, 10. Sloan, 10. And a bunch of people we do not care about, a little bit less. Now, the kick-ins.
Yeah.
Who's been doing the kick-ins? Luke Ryan is helping his score guys. 5 kick-outs. Dawson, 4, the highest at Adelaide with Brody Smith. So he's doing everything.
He does
And McElhaney chipped in with 1.
And he kicked a goal too.
Yeah, and Hayden Young only got 1 for those guys who had Hayden Young. None for Brendan Cox. Matty, Leader's going to be such a juicy price. Do we start preparing our war fund to bring him in?
I think. I think the players that you have on the field already in your rookies are already preparing that for you anyway. So as far as the war fund, just let your rookies gather up some more cash. I think. I reckon about 3 or 4 rounds. This is where the teams kind of, change a lot immensely because who you get rid of to get into someone else. Just depends who you really want. But if you really want that Laird, he's dropping again. He's already at what, 6'6" this week?
Yeah, he's going to drop another 30 or so.
Yeah, so 6'2", so yeah.
20k or something like that.
That's not bad. All right, Jules, let's go on to the next game.
Richmond and Dogs. What a great game that was. It was. I don't even know why Richmond were favourites. I picked the Doggies on the line as well. Because just if the extra boost, another great multi-win. But Timmy English look amazing? Number 1 ruckman in Supercoach, another huge number, 640 or 650 odd K.
Is he going to get injured, Jules? We've been saying this for weeks.
Well, I don't know. I can't wait anymore. I don't have a second ruckman.
Can't wait anymore for him to
It's either going to be Grundy or English, and we'll talk about that on the trade. But I'm telling you right now, guys, he's looking real good.
It was a good win for the Doggies to beat Richmond.
Oh my God, I just realised Libba got that much. Wow.
Yeah, so English got 145, Libba got 141 with 23 touches, but what really stood out was his 10 tackles. Even English got 9 tackles. What a tackling machine this Bulldogs outfit was. English got 9, Libba got 10, Bont got 12.
Condition.
These guys just wanted the football.
They wanted that win.
They really did, and they got it. And Bailey Dale finally getting back on the boat. He got 30 touches, 7 marks, 136. So top 4 players for the Doggies.
Bailey Dale's putting some good numbers in together.
Yeah, he's going to get cheap too. So English 145, Libertor 141, Dale 136, Bont 122. You're probably going to give...
What a cock... Yeah, I can say that. Cock tease. What a cock tease Bont is. Getting like a 50 or 55 in the first quarter, then it's slowly just getting 120. Absolute arsehole.
Well, I still got 70 points in the following 3 quarters, which is not bad. It's about 23 points each quarter.
That's fucking shit.
That's what we want to see.
It's better than Tom Mitchell. But, it's 17 contesteds for the Bont.
Yeah.
Look, I don't know if the way champion data's going, they're not really giving it to Bont the way they used to give it to Bont. So they're making it... There's different people working their champions. It has to be.
And again, McRae, only 21 touches.
He got over 100 Supercoach points.
Like I'm telling you now, this sports bet, Doherty and McRae, they're always like 30 over or under. Get them both in a multi.
I'm going to try and read out some CBAs because I really want to know who is starting in the Dogs' middle because...
Oh, it's going to be Libba and Bont in English, for sure.
Well, English, 23. Bont, 23. The 2 highest in the game. You'd love it if you have them too. Taranto, 22. Love it. Nank, 21, who's injured, according to Fantasy Freako. 19
to Trelaw.
So much. Too much to Trelaw. 18 to Hopper. 18 to Prestia. 18 to Libba. 15 to McRae. Not the worst. He just was not good in the wet.
No.
Bolton 10, Cochin 9. Really disappointing. Bailey Smith 9. He's dropped heaps. So, but he's going to get DPP. And hopefully then his role changes. But Baker got 2 CBAs, Dusty with 3. And I'm sure we don't care about Manson.
No, fair enough. So, looking at Josh Bruce, if everyone got him in 14 touches, did okay for everyone that had him as a bench option. 62. Oscar Baker really had a shock with I knew a lot of people had him on the field after last week's performance.
He got 72 Dream Team because he got 20 touches, 7 marks, 0 tackles, only 47 SuperCoach. I mean,
None of them were clearances. 2 of them contested. Didn't really tackle anything. So 72 Dream Team, 47 SuperCoach, pretty crap.
what do you think of Trelaw getting so much midfield time? He got 25 touches and he looked horrible.
Yeah, he did turn it over a lot.
What do you got? 68 SuperCoach points for Trelaw.
Well, look, to be honest, he got the second most clearances for the Doggies. So he got...
Probably all went to the...
Yeah, maybe opposition.
The Taranto of the Bulldogs.
I think so. Well, we always knew in Trelaw he chopped it up in Collingwood as well, and GWS, and now he's chopping it up in the Bulldogs, but they got the win, so good on them.
It was a blustery conditions.
Blustery conditions, yes. Definitely.
Liam Jones.
Oh, how sad. Is it time to go for Liam?
Yeah, if you watch the game, guys, every time he was in the vicinity of a contest, he'd always spoil it.
I know, but
He'd try to go for an intercept, mate. He didn't even try. You didn't even try.
He just wanted punches.
But a little bit better than him was Josh Bruce.
I just
Pain
said
in the
that.
face.
Yeah. Do you not hear me talking about him?
14 touches. 62 SuperCoach.
What was Shorty thinking?
100% time on ground is
okay.
what I like about Bruce. And he's going to get DPP after next week, Matty.
Yeah.
I can't wait to chuck him back there and fill some holes.
Fill some holes, yeah, definitely. Look, Crozier went down. That's sad.
That's another low number. Crozier got 40 last week.
Yeah, 40 and a 24. I think people would be waiting to see what he did, and clearly...
He gets 100. It would be 140k.
Yeah, let's go straight to the Tigers, the losing Tigers. Tim Taranto doing the things that he still does. 114s.
27 touches, 8 tackles and a goal.
I thought he got more than that, but he only got a 97. There you go. Nank getting his first under 100 score this year. Liam Baker, everyone was going to jump on. He actually, I thought he played okay.
I thought he played okay as well.
He got 25 touches, but only 83 SuperCoach. I guess there's a lot of points to go around in this close game. Jacob Hopper, that was pretty disappointing because he wasn't on like a 50 or 60 at half.
He was doing really good and he just tapered off as the game was up for grabs, which is really disappointing. But and he missed 24 touches and a goal. Come on, champion data. What the fuck's wrong with you?
He missed a couple of easy shots too, I thought.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I think we just got to get like defenders who chip the ball around with 100% efficiency because that's all the thing they're fucking.
Brendan Cox.
Brendan Cox, exactly.
Well, he's going to go down with that score from yesterday. No one really else. Jules, who did you like? Where was that ruck? Oh, that Tyler Young did okay. He got 33 Dream Team, but still
61.
Okay,
yeah, exactly, because there's efficient chips in the back line. Is what they want. 11 touches for Tyler Young for people who brought him in at 102k. 60 is a pretty good number for anyone doing 102k. Definitely. So. Look at Vlooston. The reason why I say Vlooston got 108 is because of the kick-ins, Matty, which I'm going to read to you. He got 11 kick-ins. My goodness. So he's the only one doing kick-ins there. Bailey Dale got 5. Yeah. Johannesen got 4. Daniel Rioli, which I only want to talk about, got 3.
Wow, what a game
he's having some kind of season.
Someone had him against me and I was so upset. He had 29 touches and 7 tackles. Wow.
17 contested possessions, the highest in the game except for the Bont.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he had 3 kickouts as well. Tyler Young had 1. So, what did you make of that game, Matty? I mean, I think Hopper's going to be better for the long run. Obviously, if he gets 24 touches and a goal, it's plenty to show that, he's going to make some money.
He just needs to sharpen up on his skills, I think.
Can Bailey Dale do this every day of the week? Because he's looking like a good pod.
How many kick-ins did he get? Did he get a lot?
He had like 5, I think, from what I read out.
Well, yeah, there you go, 5. So that Blueston got 11 kick-ins. But look, let's face it, Western Bulldogs got 12 goals and 17 points. That's pretty unheard of for even doggy standards to kick 17
blustery
behind.
Conditions.
Blustery, you just love saying that, blustery.
It was.
Blustery conditions. Anyway, champ, I think I'm done with this game. Are you? Ed Richards, 88.
What do you think Liam Baker's going to do for long term? Obviously, he got an 83 today, 25 touches. Do you reckon he's going to be a good pick for the guys who picked him up?
I don't know. Like, you wait till Short comes back in because Short and Baker kind of do the same thing.
Short, I don't know what the fuck doing with Short. They play him in the forward, they play him in the mid, they play him in the defence, they pull him everywhere.
Yeah, I don't know. Lynch is, by the way, Lynch is going to be out. He broke his ankle, so he'll be out.
And he's suspended him, wasn't he?
And he'll get suspended, and obviously.
Samson Ryan got 44.
Yeah. So yeah, I think the Tigers will get back Rewalt in as a tall forward. I think the Samson Ryan...
A lot of people might have had him for cover for Wits, I think.
Samson Ryan?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, he'll still keep his spot, I believe. Considering they've lost Tom Lynch, which is not good for Tigers.
And apparently Nate.
And that's not good for Tigers either. So it looks like that Samson Ryan will be taking a bit of a...
I think Solo will come in and he'll do pinch hitting. Because they said that Hardwick was grooming him to be a forward.
Grooming him, huh?
Yep. He's grooming me.
He's grooming me. All right, George, let's go to the next games. What a belting. Boring game. St Kilda versus Gold Coast. What's
a lot
that?
of good players doing good.
Champ, can you just focus on Mitch Owens? Wow.
Cheeto Owens.
Wow.
I saw his touches. Because Mitch Owens got 27 touches and 2 goals. I went and I checked where he played.
19 contested.
You know where he played? In the forward line.
Yeah,
he got 27 touches in the forward line. He didn't get any CBAs. I'll read you the CBAs for this game, guys, because I know you're always mind-boggled as I am about what... I mean, there was Gold Coast, so there's always that. CBAs, 25 to Rao Heiss on the ground. Then 23 to Ross, 23 to Anderson, 22 to Crouch, and then this is very concerning, only 21 to Took Miller. 21.
Still got fucking...
Ned Moyle, who replaced the stupid, soft Wits, 21. Wits, if you don't know, it was just due to soreness.
Well, Ned Moyle dominated the hitouts. He got 35 to Marshall's 24.
He actually got, Marshall did miss a quarter, but yeah, he did do well in the tap-outs. Sinclair got 11, David Swallow 10, Gresham 9, Windhager 9, and a bunch... Hunter Clark got 7 as well. Philippou got 4. Mitch Owens got 1 CBA.
I don't know, champion data. Like, that Wanganeen Malira, he got 22 kicks, 2 handballs, 8 marks with 70% efficiency. You know what he got?
A 70.
A 70.
And he got 107.
And 107 Dream Team. Like, that's just...
Yeah, speaking of Manganese Malira, he's going to get 1 this DPP, but he got 8 kickouts.
Well, there you go.
7 to Weller, 3 to Sinclair, 3 to Powell, and that's all of note, to be honest.
I'm kind of sad about Vital getting injured. I reckon I would have put him in as a damn.
But if he keeps he's always like the sub in and out. I think he's not really in their main 22 if everyone's fit. So.
Philippou, 18 touches and a goal. I thought it was one of his better games. But still only got a 61.
It's just a fucking random lot of what Champion Data gives points to these days.
Caminiti's got 9 touches and 2 goals. That's pretty good for the rookie.
He's already made 100k, guys. What a good pick to everyone who's picked him.
Yeah. 60,
such a good pick, guys.
Very nice. Liam Stocker, he's averaging around the 75. He's still doing what he's doing.
26 touches though. That was pretty impressive.
So he's got he got 2 74s, a 70, and now a 77. Like he's just
this game though deserved more than a 77. He got 26 touches
and 7 marks. Yeah, 15. Yeah,
80% efficiency.
Yeah, wow.
So I reckon he deserved a bit more. You're a Liam Stocker and you'll be very happy if you chose him over Jones. And yeah.
And there you go.
Caminiti as well.
Brad Crouch completely fucked me. Like he was on 7.
I had him for the over.
I had him for, and he was on 7 touches at half time.
I know. I saw.
And
I was looking at all this.
I was already rubbing my fist because I had
him for the over, and he got so many 1-2s. It was great.
It just killed me. Like he got 14 touches in the third quarter.
34 touches all up. Good on you, Crouchy. That was a great bet by me.
That was. I had him under, and I was licking my lips because he's only on 7, but he just.
All right.
13 kicks.
21. This is not Gamblers Anonymous. Let's keep going.
Oh, sure, yeah, just need that multi. Mason Wood, look, not one of his better games, but 89.
Oh man, if I had Mason Wood, I'd be happy with an 89. I'll tell you that. Too. 24 touches.
Royal Marsh got subbed out, not because he was injured, just because they didn't
manage. Now, I think a lot of people are scared that it's going to happen to him more frequently. I don't think it is.
It's because the game was already won. For one, the game was already won.
But is St Kilda winning more games? Is this something that they could do to him again?
I honestly think it's just because of the fact that Gold Coast did not have a
Ross Lyon's just an asshole.
Yeah. I think maybe he's just resting him for Collingwood.
Yeah, he's an asshole.
Yeah.
Okay, but I don't think that will happen.
But if you're asking the question, if you're going to be worried for next week, I don't think you should be worried.
Okay, but if are you going to get worried? Say if he's playing North Melbourne and St Kilda smashing him, is he a risk of being subbed again?
Probably.
No,
I don't think so.
Maybe.
Who knows? Hunter Clark did okay. Did go his first 100. There you go.
Hunter Clark, 27 touches.
27 touches. James Sinclair done another good game in a row. 113, 31 touches. Nothing else to see here. Gold Coast Suns.
Now, Sinclair's going to be dropping in price because he got a 60 or something last week. Yeah, he's getting a couple of hundreds. I reckon he'll be a good pickup of 550k. Yeah. Very good for guys who jumped on to Hunter Clark as well because he's going to look like he's doing a good job. So, happy days.
There you go. Then we go to the Gold Coast. We've got Took Miller. He did okay for considering you got the one of the least amount of CBAs, 122. I don't think there's no one else anyone has got for Gold Coast.
I know a couple of people had Noah Anderson. They would have traded him out probably a bit too late because he got 38 touches, 10 tackles and a goal, and he looked fantastic.
He really
I really like the role of Weller, because he's taken so many kicks. He got 30 touches. I know he didn't get that much SuperCoach because Champion does what they want, but he got 86 SuperCoach and he got 30 touches. So,
Champ, look, obviously you would think Witts is coming back in next week, correct?
Yeah.
So Ned Moyle will probably be
hopefully
out.
Well, I don't have Witts anymore because I had to trade him out. But Ben King, for the people who got him at the elevated price, he just got a 23.
Wow.
Not looking good. Matty, a lot of people might be thinking jumping on the Mitch Owens cash train. What do you think about that?
Jules, I think it's too late for Mitch Owens' cash train.
Well, he just got 145, so he's going to have that in his system for another 2 games.
Well, how much do you think he is, Jules?
Well, I think he's over 300, 350.
I reckon it's close to 4 because he's had a couple of big beauties.
True.
Actually, he's not even, so he's 297, so now after this score,
he'll be about 350.
He's already gone up 48k. Like, I don't know if you want to
Okay, but if he's just got 145...
He's getting rid of a 76. Mitch Owens, I don't know. Collingwood, look, no, Jules.
No?
Not for me.
Not for you?
Would you get him?
I've got bigger fish to fry in my ruck line. So, but are people going to see a big, huge number and they want to jump on a cash train and make that a quick, easy 150k?
Yeah. All right. Sydney Swans versus Port Adelaide. See you later, Saints and Suns. There's nothing to talk about in the Gold Coast Suns if you don't have Took Miller and Jared Witts. The talking point has already been addressed.
Yeah. What about Ollie Flores?
Could I just say something? That Constable got another 36 touches in the VFL.
Yeah.
Like he's 2 games in a row he's been...
But finding the football has never been his problem. Like he's always found the football well. And he's done it last year as well. So did that Tatsis from Gold Coast.
Yeah.
But, like...
I'm just saying, they
got smashed and all their players that played that position, like Powell and Weller, got 30 touches and stuff. So who knows?
All right, yeah, that Ollie Florent, that was pretty funny. I love that.
Oh, did you see? I think it was Dylan Stevens, the one who went over to hug him. When did he realise he didn't score? He
ran away from him. Didn't want to be in the frame.
Oh, yeah. How embarrassing. I feel so embarrassed for that Stevens.
No, I love that. I love that for sure.
Remember I tipped Port Adelaide?
You did?
And you tipped Sydney.
Sydney. Good on you, George.
Thanks, buddy.
It was just an official... Like Sydney's...
Paul Francis, a 95.
Wow, he kicked a goal. 18 touches. Oh, let's go to Port Adelaide. So the winner's there. Dursman, wow, he come back from a sub game last week. Got 120. Sean Francis got a 95 with 18 touches and a goal. Not enough touches for 9. Butters and Rose did not get...
Sean Francis is going to be averaging over 93 in his first 4 games in the AFL, which is going to be such a good pick for the people who jumped on him.
Definitely. Taken by Rowbottom, Connor Rose, no alarm bells there. Like he got 20 touches. And a goal, and it was a pivotal goal too. So he was lucky to get 84.
I mean, he was
he
hard.
actually was on 92, but he gave away a free kick or clanged it to someone in the dying seconds of the game, which dropped him down to 84, which was kind of sad.
Is Butters becoming relevant at all? Because he just got 27 touches and a goal. I know he only got 83, but
he's starting the midfield there, so I don't know.
Do you want to hear some CBAs to see where everyone is starting for the Port Adelaide? Because they got number 1 for this game, which is very disturbing, and you would probably never guess it.
Tell me about it, Jules.
Guess it.
Just tell me about it.
It's Rowbottom. 21 for Rowbottom, then 20 to Lathams, then 20 to Rosie.
Yeah.
So the Rosie's the highest for Port, which is what we want to see as Rosie owners.
Yeah.
Parker 16, Lysett 15, Wines 15, Butters 15. It's 12 to Warner only, and Horn Francis had his lowest at 10. Goulden 9, Callum Mills 6. Where the fuck is he playing? Will Drew 6, Dixon 6, and the Amadi party only 2.
Well, there you go, Jules. Did anyone that got on Amadi? I said no, but he just really stunk it up, didn't he?
He was a bad score for the Amadi party.
21, and then you had the McCartan boys go down. I'm maybe thinking Aaron Francis might get a call up.
He could. I mean,
from the Essendon
anyone
Bombers.
in that backline would be welcome.
Oh yeah, and goodbye to those rampy scoring days. I know you got 108, but if both of those players are going to be knocked out, they're actually talking about actually dropping Paddy McCartan to protect himself from himself, because that's one too many concussed.
Oh,
games.
he's going to so sue the AFL when his career's over.
Yeah,
because his head just gently hit the ground and he was already concussed.
He was. It's time to stop playing football, Paddy McCartan, and there goes his pretty much career.
He's a great player, but he just had too many concussions.
There's one too many.
Dylan Williams, his second game got a 64, Matty. What did he do in his first game? Can you find that out for me?
Dylan Williams. Wow, how much money do you think Dylan Williams is?
123k.
123k. Well, he got. Well, it's not his second. He's played a game last year. This is his first game this year.
Oh.
So if he played last year, he'll probably be.
So this is his first game this year.
Yeah, he'll probably because he played one game last year, so he'll probably be an inflated price. Not too sure what that's going to be, George, to be honest. Let's just have a look at his.
Well, he's not. He's 123k in the 123k in the forward
He
line.
must have got a really shit number last year then.
Wasn't it a 40? 49?
Yeah, in a discounted amount. He got 32 last year. So last year he scored. Last year he scored a 30, and you get your discount price. So.
So he's good. He's a rookie price. He's 123k in the forward line, and he scored a 64. His stat line was 16 touches, guys, 13 kicks. Not too bad if you can maintain his spot.
He played in the defence. He can get him in the forward line, but he actually played in the defence.
He'll get my DPP after he plays in.
Well, look,
games.
I don't know if Darcy Byrne-Jones is going to be sub for much longer, because when he did,
He played really good.
He came on and he did 5 kicks that apparently
Well,
was...
I mean, there's so many players that play shit than him. And look, Junior Rioldi, can we talk about him? Because I remember there was a guy breaking my balls asking, can we bring him in after his first big game? Yeah. This is why we don't bring in small forwards. He got scored 32 Supercoach and 6 touches, behinds. And he was subbed off. Jackson Mead looked horrible. I think wow, look at that. Ollie Wines, 34 Supercoach.
That's sad.
Wow.
What's the CBAs on that? Did you read them out?
No, I did. So Ollie Wines was around the...
well, isn't Ollie Wines just a big fat idiot, isn't he?
I mean, he's going to be cheap. Butters and Wines had 15 CBAs each. He's not getting as much as he used to because there's just so many more midfielders.
I think that's the lowest score Ollie Wines has ever got.
From not injured.
From 75% game time.
34. You know how cheap he's going to be?
You wouldn't read about it.
I'll pick him up for 380k.
Oh, easily. Yeah, maybe.
Because I know he's had a chic season thus far. So
yeah. Sydney Swans, really not much to look at. Goulden, he got 20 touches, 102, still doing okay.
He done okay, but his role wasn't that great, Matty. Like, he only had 9 CBAs, so he's not good looking like that Goulden versus Carlton in the pre-season that we all thought he was going to get 200s or whatever he scored.
Yeah. No, 190s. I think there's going to be a lot to talk about when we see who the key backmen are going to be for Sydney. I think Rampy and Matt Francis will come in, which will ultimately affect a lot of people's roles. You know, more backline players coming in the back, as in probably Mills will drop down more back. Who knows?
Well, Rampy got those owners 108 after...
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
I know. Now the cash gen starts all over again. And these lucky idiots, they got jumped on a key position defender.
Yeah.
You're not an idiot, I apologise, guys. Very well calculated pick.
All right, that's enough out of these Sydney boys.
Matty, what are you talking about? We haven't even talked about Warner into 30 touches and 2 goals.
Very nice.
137.
Yeah.
He's son to do what Warner does best, which is gets a really good game and a really shit game. Heaney, 85 Supercoach. He doesn't even look relevant this year.
No.
He doesn't look like he's going to be scoring anything.
He was tried better at halftime. Who cares about Heaney? I don't think no one's looking at him. Anyone else you want to talk about?
Well, Blakey got his first, one of his first tons. He got 19 touches. I don't like his role, but Jake Lloyd got 120, Matty, and he's actually having a bad season for Jake Lloyd. He's flying under the radar a bit.
Well,
is there anyone that stand out for you in this game that you like?
No one that I liked in particular, no.
Right.
Next game up, we've got the Bombers at the Giants. What do you think about that game, Joe?
I was watching this game and...
so was I until...
No, it was such a good first quarter for Cornelio, Greens...
Callie's.
Callahan even.
Callahan had a really good one. He had a lot of good possessions, but Callahan, was he out of your team this week, George?
Oh, yeah. Callahan was one of the ones out. He's rolling the wing. Not good. I didn't like it on the wing at all. Tom Green. Now, I put a poll up on Facebook because we're doing this little segment called Who Was Robbed the Most by Champion Data. And by unanimous decision, it was Cornelio. And then second was Tom Green.
Makes sense.
And then third, I think, was Oliver. They're the 3 main targets of Champion Data.
Look, Tom Green, if you're getting 34 touches, 17 contested, 5 clearances, and you get a
17 contested, like, come on, guys.
That's sad. And then Cornelio, we're still stuck with him. 25 touches and a goal.
25 touches and a goal. I don't care what game. That's usually at least an 85.
90.
I'll be happy with an 85. Look, his efficiency was 76%. Like, it's not that bad.
Yeah. That's pretty sad. So Kelly done 108 with 2 goals and 28 touches.
And 6 tackles.
He was pretty down on his
If I was a Josh Kelly owner, though, 28 touches, 6 tackles, 2 goals. I mean...
I don't know, like just
in a low-scoring game for Giants only kicked 11 goals, so Kelly kicked 2 of those.
Yeah,
Give me some fucking points. I'm not even a Caliona.
No, me either. Everyone just played crap. There's only 2 players that scored over 100.
Look at that, champ. Brent Daniels, our Smokey that we didn't touch.
Another 86. Wow.
Making money in the 95 Dream Team.
Yep.
21 touches
Then
and
Jack
a goal.
Buckley as well has scored another 80. He's making some cash too.
Guys, we jumped on 14 touches, but he's making them count.
Even Lockie Ash got robbed. 26 touches, 8 marks.
I think that happens to him a lot because he always has high disposals, and this is another sub score for Lockie Ash. Another one that's going to get DPP, guys. Now, let's talk about Cogs because he's delivered 2 very average SuperCoach scores, but his role has been good.
Not only has the role been good, he got 29 touches last week. He got, 25 touches and a goal this week. And he's just not scoring those points.
He's got Hawthorn this week.
It's
like I need a ruck, man.
I think he could be on the chopping block, but he does have Hawthorn.
He does
and after Hawthorn, like just watching that game, like they look good and then they just got flogged.
They get flogged, Matty.
You know, so and when they get flogged, Hawthorn players stop scoring points and the other team start scoring good. So I'm betting GWS are going to smash Hawthorn next week.
Yeah, you think that's going to be a write-off? Like they're going to absolutely destroy him?
Well, Cats won by like 70 odd points.
Yeah,
like 80 points.
Well,
like,
that Roaston
and Cats have been on the bottom of the ladder. Like,
well, they're still the reigning premiers. Let's not make any mistake.
Oh, when you're the reigning premiers, like it doesn't mean much.
It means that you had a team that won the grand final last year.
Yes, you did.
You're not that far off. I mean, let's see. Look at the Roaston, Matty, because Roaston only had 57% time on ground, which really affected his scoring, and he only got a 37.
But Jules, I told you this off camera. Like we were talking about Roasted, 60% round one that he got. 66%.
It was on camera.
Was it?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure you made me check on the phone. But anyway, and then he got this. Like, I think I think I was maybe talking to Jamie, but I'm pretty sure I told you. Like,
yeah, we said this last week. His time on ground was good. He gets good CBAs, but the time on ground killed him.
57%. That's clearly. They don't rate him. I think that he's just filling in numbers.
And I actually thought Finn Callaghan had one of the better games for a wingman.
Yeah.
With 25 touches, 17 kicks, 65. If that's nah.
And 7 marks. Finn
Callaghan, sorry, Finn, you got to go.
He has to go.
That was such a good game from him, though. I was surprised.
Oh yeah, he got what was that? 88's Dream Team. Yeah. But let's have a look at the Yes and the Bomber boys.
Wait, because I want to talk about Isaac Cumming because he was such a good sneaky pod, and now he's just been pumping out some 70s, and with 22.
So cheap.
Man, you start talking about the Bombers, and we'll set a goat, and I'll get the CBAs.
Well, set a goat did okay. Again, he got 21 touches with 87. Not his best possession getting game, but still did well. Jordan Ridley.
Ridley! Now, Ridley had one of the shittest roles I've ever seen Ridley play because...
He still managed to get an 88.
He's not the deepest. He's like, he's like a flanker. And he doesn't look good. And I don't know whether they're tagging him with Connor Stone, but he was never free and he was lucky to get his goal.
You know his attitude, I just don't think he cares as much.
He's not spreading to get some positives.
When you see, he's not demanding, like, you don't, like Redmond.
Well, he's never been a 30 plus.
Okay, so the same position players that Ridley plays, when you got Dacos, Sard, Redmond.
But Ridley's different to all those players because he's a key position player.
Ridley's not key position.
He is key. That's why he's so tall. He usually plays on talls. They like to get him free. He's not like a small running carry. Like Dacos is a running carry. Sard is a running carry. Doherty's a running carry. Ridley's not a running carry. He's an intercept long kicker. That's
and who else? Okay, so compare him to others.
Redmond.
I'm not talking about the roles. I'm just talking about the players. So those are the players in the back line.
So if you want to compare a role, he's like a Wiedering.
Okay. Wiedering's pretty big. He's a key position. I don't think Ridley's key position.
Ridley's a key position. They just don't want to use him as a main key position.
I think that Laverde is one of the key positions.
Well, they are, but they want to free up Ridley, so they put him on the less dangerous type so that he can do the intercept marks and float in.
What I'm trying to say, my point here that I'm trying to make is he doesn't care as much as all those other players want the ball and run fast.
Yeah, they are, because he's not that kind of player.
He just doesn't care. Like, he does the job.
Because he's a key position player.
run at least. But he's got the ability. He's got the ability.
He's a tall, lumbering idiot that loves to intercept marks. If he's getting good
I don't
scores,
think he's a
it's
tall,
not because he's spreading and accumulating 35. It's because he's doing intercept possessions and doing long kicks out of D50.
He's only 195 centimetres. I don't
He's a fucking... It's essentially a
so
giant.
You've got Zerk Thatcher, who's probably much the key. He's on Hogan.
Yes, but that's why they bring in these other idiots like Zerk Thatcher, even though he's playing pretty good. Because... and Levada, because they want Ridley to take the third fiddle so he can do the riddle diddle.
Who was Ridley on? Let's have a look. Who do you think he was
I saw Connor Stone on him when I was watching the game. So
And he was subbed off.
yeah,
So Ridley killed him.
well, look, the thing is, Ridley had his lowest time on ground for probably the last 2 years because Ridley was off in that first quarter to the second quarter for at least 25 minutes, I was counting, and his time on ground got as low as 63% in the second quarter. I thought he might have a small injury, and then I was really happy that Wiedemann went off so they couldn't sub him off, and then he came back on. So I'm happy with Wiedemann being injured. I'm happy with Ridley and his score. I'm obviously going to keep him. Maddie, you're going to keep the Rid stuff.
Of course you're going to keep the Rid stuff. But
Now, Setterfield.
yeah, I just spoke about him while you're looking at the stats.
7 tackles.
Loves
When's he going to give me that 100 I've always wanted?
He gave you the 149.
But that last week he got an 80.
He was a bit sore. He's still a bit sore this week too.
He's a bit sore. He got a 99 Dream Team.
I know, because he did a lot of
Was the
tackles.
GOAT robbed by Champion Data and their drones and goonies?
Oh, not too much. Like, if it was, like, on a win, if he did something in the last quarter to really help, which I know he didn't, because he was majority on the bench in the last quarter, he only got 72% game time. So...
He was pretty not... He wasn't... That's not enough.
No, Merritt was the one that really stood up for him, and Redmond as well as...
Redmond was so good.
How about Stringer? Stringer could have had 10 goals.
Fuck Stringer, who cares about him?
No, he actually played pretty good. Like,
But who cares? He's not super
I know, he's not super coach relevant, but, like, could have had 10 goals.
He's just a shit player.
Let's talk about players that we have.
No offense, Bombers fans.
Alwyn Davey Jr., didn't really do much. All he wants to do is kick a goal a game. I think that's his role. Just to kick one goal a game. He tried his best.
I actually really like him. I reckon if they put him on ball more, he can do a lot of things. He's very creative.
I think so too. But no, he just wants his goal. That's why I see Jai Menzies had one of his better games.
He did. He looked really good.
He got 75 SuperCoach. He looked very well. I think that's all.
What about DP? Deep penetration, Darcy Parish.
He's one of his lower games, but still looking good. Him and Merritt's just doing,
Draper, man, I got it over 100.
Wow, he did kick the goal. Must have kicked the.
Where was Phillips? Oh, he played. He just didn't play as good.
Phillips got a 65, but Draper.
Now Redmond. Let's talk about Redmond because a lot of people want to kind of bring him in. I can see why. He's in a contract year, 27 touches, but he did score a 50 or odd, I believe, last year.
Week
so
was pretty crap.
We still got some time to wait on the Red stuff. If you do desperately want to bring him in,
I don't think you want Webster. I think like with Stewart coming off, Stewart didn't even get 100. Or just maybe just under 100 he got. So you'll think that.
I mean, it's no Will Day.
Well, he's no Will Day.
But we're going to talk about that game soon.
Yeah, we'll talk about that game. Anyway, so. All right, anyway, there's a lot more. What I'm saying is there's a lot more backline players that I'll get before I look at Redmond.
Yeah, I think I agree with you, mate. With Dawson going off tap, there's
Dawson, with Stewart, with obviously Doug. Like there's 70% of people
Sinclair.
that have Douglas. Sinclair could be one of it. Even Sard is a good point.
Day.
Well, yeah.
Well, let me tell you about the CBAs for this game, Matty, because Tom Green had the most, which is what you want to see. 25. Merritt, second highest. Very good for Merritt owners because he was really dipping early in the season. Up to the highest for the Bombers, 22. Darcy Parish, 21. Flynn, 21. Cornelio, 21.
There you go.
Draper, 19. Callie, 19.
Kelly 19, 21.
Dylan Shield.
Yeah.
Dylan Shield, 17. Setterfield, the GOAT, 16 only. Roaston got 9, and the rest we don't really care about.
No, we do not. Next game, George.
But Maddie, did we get to Lockie Whitfield's 89?
No, we didn't. And Nick Haynes did actually pretty well too.
Nick Haynes, I actually brought him in Dream Team this week.
Oh, good for you, George.
He got 120. Yeah.
17 marks, my goodness.
He's looking really good. Haynes is back to his best. There was an article about him saying he's
so
back
the
to his
only
best.
players that we didn't, they asked for that too. I actually
Do you reckon he could be a good pick?
When he was at his best, I had him in my team. But no, I don't think he will be a good pick.
Okay. No, with all those players in the back one we just talked about.
Yeah, no, definitely.
All right, next game, please.
Eagles versus
Oh
Demons.
man, I need myself a Melbourne midfielder. I don't care if it's Petrarca. Speaking of Petrarca, here's another one that the fans said were robbed.
Oh, no,
Highway robbery.
but he played pathetic in the first quarter.
He did, but he got 29 touches and 3 goals.
He sure did. Well, there's no Brody Grundy. 21 touches, 33 hitouts, captain material.
Well, I mean, everyone's captain material against that Williams. Let's be honest. I think if we go back to every ruckman that's played Williams, they've had their career best score. So, and Grundy looked great as well. It was good. His mobility looked great. He only plays 71% time
They had him literally 15 minutes. I wanted more. I was greedy for more points for Grundy.
Of course, you always want to be greedy when you...
But he literally played the last 15 minutes of the game on the bench after, clearly they've smashed him by 80 odd points or whatever it was, 60 points.
Let's talk about robbed Clary.
Clary was not robbed.
He was. He got 34 touches, 10 tackles, 18 contested high on the ground.
58% efficiency and 7 cleans. So let's give Clary.
Well, I think
121 is enough.
People said that he deserved 140, which is not too far. It's only 19 points off what he got. So I think even if he was, maybe 9 points robbed. But yeah, Clary is looking like the hungry beast of a midfielder, number one in SuperCoach, which we think he was and predicted him to be, except that we don't have him. Do as we say, don't do as we do, because we say good stuff, but let's go do something stupid and not get him.
Because we're stupid, and that's right. Bundy comes in, didn't even break it. He only got 22 touches, and he got 131 more than Clary. Trent Rivers, 27. Well, that was something different from Trent.
I love talking about Trent Rivers and Viney. But let's talk about Cozzy Pickett, because he kicked 2 goals 5. He averaged 144 in his first game, and now he's back. He had 15 touches and 2 goals 5. People might bring him in this week, mate. What do you think about that?
Well,
he'll be averaging over 100.
Well, to get his cash rise, why not?
Melbourne's
run is pretty soft, so
it is soft.
So why not? Why not? Pickett's just did he come off suspension, right?
Huh?
He came back from suspension.
Yeah.
He just needs it. Yeah, I reckon one more game. He could have got a lot higher. Like 2 goals. He had 7 shots at goal with 14 kicks, 14 touches. I don't see a midfield role there. Can you have a look at those CBAs?
I would love to get the CBAs out, because that's all I like talking about is CBAs and kick-ins. CBAs for this game, Matty, who do you think's number one? Because it's Tim Kelly.
Tim Kelly, he's been having a breakout couple of 3 games.
He has. He looks like their number one midfielder, because he is.
He looks like that Geelong, the Tim Kelly of Geelong back in the day when he was a superstar and earned himself that contract. Last year he shitted on that contract.
Oh, he did.
Now he's literally cleaned it up. But West Coast need to still win some games.
That's why, because he's getting all the midfield time. He's 36 touches, 5 tackles, 2 goals. Looked amazing.
Yeah, he looked pretty good.
Bailey Williams, I don't care how many CBAs he gets, is never going to be a good player. Ruckman take time. We know that. Yep. Clary had also equal most with them 3, 26. Looks great, even with Cozzy back in the team, which he passed the test. Oh, man. So, Jai Cully, 21 CBAs. Didn't play too good from what I saw, Matty.
I can't even see him. He's 28 SuperCoach.
28 SuperCoach from 21 CBAs. That's why they got smashed. Viney, 19. Grundy, 19. Ginby.
He had the shittest game. I'm sad about
18 CBAs. The role's still there. Gaff had 17, which is pretty high for him when he starts on the wing. Now, this is very low and concerning. Petrarca, 13 only.
Could he be in the forward line? No.
No, I don't think so, Matty, because he's had pretty high CBAs. He would need another... What is it? He needs to have a really low game. I don't think he's going to be it. So
you can only pray.
The people who have Petrarca at the moment and still getting 100s, even though he deserved a bit more for this game, they're going to be wanting him at DPP.
Let's talk about the rookie.
Well, I was going to get to that, because Van Roonen's got 7 CBAs doing a pinch hitting ruck, and Cozzy Pickett got 6 CBAs, Matty, and there's no one else really of relevance to note in the CBAs. And I've got kick-ins after your breakdown on these midfielders.
All right, so these rookie boys. So Van Roonen, like Jordy said, he got a few CBAs, 7 hit-outs, 2 goals, but only 53, which he kind of got the same thing last week where he got 8 touches and 3 goals and got him a 90. So don't know what 44% efficiency. I don't know, George, would you be getting...
Melbourne does have a soft run.
Let's be like, after knowing now that Tyler Brockman went down, got subbed off. Tyler Brockman got an 88 last week. I think he got a 20-something.
It's not many people on the bubble is what you're saying.
Roonen could be the only one that...
Look, I got rid of Constable. If he's back in, I'll grab him, because I will need to downgrade.
So if you got rid of Constable, and you're looking for a downgrade, probably.
Because the thing is, if you're bringing it back, you're going to say, oh yeah, you're trading in someone to trade out. But at the same time, at the end of the day, it's one trade at this moment on, and you're either going to bring in a Van Roonen or you're going to bring in a Constable, whoever you think is better.
Doesn't matter.
Personally, Constable's name, obviously he's got more scoring potential than, Van Roonen, but who knows? Because Constable gets 30 touches every week in the VFL.
Well, I don't know what happened to Ben Brown. Like, I know he got subbed off last week.
We're going to have to have a closer look at Ben Brown.
Because, they brought in Tom McDonald, and Tom McDonald did very well. I think he's going to be keeping Ben Brown out of the team. He kicked 4 goals, got 111. Again, let's just face it, it's against West Coast. Maybe they're resting Ben Brown for a better team, but they're not going to be playing a better team for a while.
But, I was looking at a lot of the chats of the Melbourne fans, and they don't like, a lot of them, maybe some do, don't like Tom McDonald.
He just has
bit of a ball hog.
He's got that face that you just want to...
And he doesn't care about the younger kids. He's just there to improve. Judd McVie, another 70.
Wow,
what a good cash-generating rookie that's going to be for the guys that jumped on.
Yeah. Chandler...
Finally got a score he deserves. He gets these kind of numbers every week. 15 touches and a goal.
Jordy's upset because he didn't get it.
You didn't get him either.
But I'm not upset.
I'm not upset. I mean, 59, he got it. If he got
Finally gets a score that he deserves. He doesn't deserve his score.
Well, no, he doesn't.
It's because you didn't get it. But
because Champion Data's changed the way they score.
Yeah, potentially.
Look, the game where he got 3 goals is probably the same where Petrarca got 29 touches and 3 goals.
That's true, and he got a 90, only 8 points more. Well, look, Van Roonen, 53. I think he's a good downgrade option. Chandler didn't do as good as everyone hoped he did, because a lot of people would have got him in 2 weeks ago. Some people I saw him get in this week.
I know, because of the soft run. And I still think he can still get a good score.
Yeah.
He actually looks like a real impressive young
player. Well, I don't
player.
think they're going to be dropping anyone from Melbourne.
No, they definitely won't. Not Chandler anyway. He actually looks really hard at it. Mm-hmm. I said that for someone, he had no clangers. So.
Yeah, but let's talk about Grundy. Didn't Brody Grundy absolutely dominate? My captain choice.
Yes, Williams is very easily to dominate.
Oh, but even around the ground, just the way I just...
Yeah, it's easy to beat Williams around the ground as well.
Yeah, it's good to see a Melbourne boy do some things. George, when are you going to get a Melbourne boy in? Are you thinking about getting in Grundy? Because you got Radigalia, and Radigalia got a nice score for you, but he's not going to be doing that every week.
Why not?
Why not? All right, George.
No, I can't get rid of anyone in my team.
Yeah.
We've got to get to that on Trade a Week, with Trade episode, guys. That's coming up. But
not much to say on the West Coast. Jimmy had his shittest game of the career, but I don't. So did Noah Long.
The
Tom
coach
Cole,
actually. This guy on our Facebook, mate, he was arguing. Okay, sorry, mate. They said that. I want to bring in Noah Long after he's already had his price jump. I'm like, mate, look at his numbers. He's had horrible numbers. He's been lucky to get that, and he's been. What do you mean? He's been like, you're just jealous you haven't jumped on. And I'm like, all right, jump on there, dickhead. And he jumped on, and I hope you enjoyed your 49, you idiot.
Yeah, that was pretty sad.
Look, you asked for an opinion, and then I give it. That's what happened.
11
11 touches and a goal. Pretty similar to all the numbers he's been getting recently. He just got scored differently because when you're getting 11 touches or 10 touches and a goal or 2, you're going to be scoring around that range.
He scored that goal, I think, in the first quarter and didn't do anything after that. Tom Cole, kind of disappointed. 55. He got a 55, 40 touches.
He's still making some cash.
Yeah. Elliot Leo George got subbed off.
Yeah, it was all part of their management plan. Silly me for putting him in my over 15 disposals multi. That's my fault.
Yeah. Well, there's only a couple
of Oscar Allen, good on you for rewarding 3 goals. You'd expect a little bit more. He got 89 dream team. And I actually thought he played a really good SuperCoach game, but obviously some guys are champion data.
Well, look, when you're getting smashed by 63 points and you're getting Grundys and Vineys and Rivers and Olivers getting over 120 plus, there's points just not relevant. I think in a closer game, more points will be inflated on West Coast side, but once the game is won, the SuperCoach points are going to go to the players that have already kicked
But Oscar Allen was keeping him in the game. They kicked 9 goals. He kicked 33% of their goals.
No, he did. He did. Well, they never kept him in the game because they were,
Well, they tried. He tried.
What
do you want him to do?
Likewise.
Tim Kelly was a great pod. What do you reckon?
No, I still can't trust him.
I mean, you can't.
After last year's performance from Tim Kelly, you just can't trust him.
Yeah. Okay.
Maybe in the forward line, but not in the mid this year.
Maybe let's get on to the last and final
last game.
Actually, do I have kick-ins? I do. 6 to Hearn. 6 to May. 6 to Hearn? 2 to... Oh, man, all these plays are worthless. 1 to Yo, 1 to Cole, 1 to Jones. No one really need to be looking out too hard, guys.
Moving forward, Geelong versus Hawks. Now, my goodness, the Hawks were up in front. They looked like they were going to win the game, and I was speaking to my brother-in-law. He loves the Hawks. If they can keep this up for the rest of the quarters, it'll be close.
Wow.
And it just wasn't. And I said, okay, well, you watch, these Hawthorn idiots are going to put the Cats back into form, and they're going to come up with a bit of confidence after an 80-point bashing.
Ooh, tell that to Jeremy Cameron.
An 80. Jeremy Cameron, standout, 7 goals, 100. Fuck me. 22 touches, 9 marks, 7 goals, 155.
This is how he stays over 500k.
Yeah.
How did Hawkins go? Oh, he got it over 100.
So Hawkins played okay. Got 2 goals with 10 marks, 15 touches, 104.
2 goals.
Duncan first game back. Just wait for him. 31 touches, 14 marks. George, look at some CBAs there.
No CBAs available yet.
No CBAs. Okay, fair enough. Dangerfield doing some Dangerfield things of old, winding back the clock. They just love hooting Hawthorn.
All these, you can say about every player winding back the clock because they're all old.
I know, winding back the clock. We got here
Jeremy Cameron, Tom Stewart.
So Tom Stewart, interesting one. 20 touches, 92. He's had a break even 160. He's going to drop a lot. He's
Good.
He's going to get.
Fuck him. Don't want him.
Put your emotions aside.
Oh, okay. He's a great player.
You know, put your emotions aside, and he got the 160 last week. He got a 90 odd this week. He's going to lose that. What did he get you in round 1, Jules? 13. He's going to lose that 13, so he's going to drop.
You ruined my season.
Yeah, he did ruin a lot of people, but I think he's going to be a perfect upgrade target this week. I think we're going to see. I reckon.
Okay, but why not wait till we lose to the 160?
Because I don't know. Good point, George.
Yeah.
Maybe, but if you're greedy and you don't want a Liam Jones anymore.
I can understand that.
I still think he'll be maybe 5-5 this week.
5-5, yeah.
Yeah, so you'll have a 50k discount from Tom Stewart after losing that.
50k, do you reckon? No, I think he'll be a little bit less than that. I think 570.
570?
Oh,
we'll see what happens.
We'll see when SuperCoach pumps out some scores.
Yeah. Then we've got
Radical 88. My R2 finally stepping up.
R2, wowee. When Geordie needed a ruck to step up.
Well, I needed Wits to play because he had soreness.
Oh, well, I was already getting Wits, George, so...
that's fucking ridiculous. I don't even want to hear about it.
I don't get upset. Bowes didn't really do that. He had 24 touches, only 1 tackle, not tackling a lot. Played in the forward line majority. But,
did he?
Yeah, between forward and midfield.
He's so much better when Tom Stewart's out.
Yeah, he got only a 72. No one else really got a look at, I think.
No, let's say people pulled the trigger early on Bowes, you just write him out, right? You just got to write him out for 277. You just got to.
He's not making anymore. He'll make a little bit.
He's going to make some money now because he's.
Well, now he's going to get rid of that 108. So
he's going to have a jump. Then
he'll have a jump, and who knows? Looking at the Hawks, Will Day, what a good pickup he's been.
I got him in.
George got him in for who'd you get rid of?
For Constable.
Constable, that's fair enough. So he got 107, very good. Looked very good in the first half, but then so did Hawks. But then they just went.
Could get suspended.
Yeah, he did a nice, big, sexy, dumping tackle to the point where it's going to get looked at. Could get suspended. That'd be pretty funny. Dangerous tackle on close. Will get looked at. So let's hope close.
How bad did Sicily play? He got 49 Dream Team, 77 SuperCoach, and only 14 touches.
That's what we want.
Only 14? How? I guess they had no chance.
Cameron just absolutely annihilated.
They needed him on the tour, and he tried to play the negating role.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened. They put him on Jeremy Cameron, and Jeremy Cameron got 9 marks, 7 goals.
Man.
Absolutely made Sicily his little girl. Warple, George, what do you think?
Little girls are strong as little boys as well, Matty.
You know, to go to football, AFL. Football! We're talking football!
Toxic masculinity will not be tolerated, Matty. I'm going to call you out on it.
Stop it. James Warple, 18 touches, 76 SuperCoach.
Warpedo!
I gave him the torp, and kind of he got 81%. He played a little bit better, but this is what we're going to expect from Hawthorn. They're going to be competitive for the first half.
I mean,
and then, they actually look like they were going to win today's game.
Matty, they're playing GWS, they might.
If you're going to be,
Hawthorn, there's always going to be a hard game for them. We always pencil this in as easy, hard, easy, and then,
I don't know. Look, I'll be honest, guys. I came here at half time, I left. And I was, my brother-in-law was cheering the Hawks. They're up by a few goals. And then looking at these stats, that's embarrassing. That's like 80 points.
Mate, we knew Hawthorn were spooners. They're reigning premiers. This is not new information.
Did you see any of the game?
Yeah, I saw the first half.
They look good.
Oh, yeah, they're winning. But they lost because they're a young team and they run out of steam.
Fergus Green, 73, done probably his best score of the year. 8 touches, 2 goals. Cam McKenzie, he really... Well, George, what do you think about that?
I didn't play him on the field because
Is it time to get rid of him? He's got 2 shit numbers in a row.
Check this out. No. Because he's capable of 100. But you know what? The CBAs he had was 14 for the first game. I think it was like 7 or so.
He's just gone
then it was
down.
5. And he had 0 to half time. I know that. I don't know what he had at full time. He had 0 CBAs at full time. His CBA role's always been bad. That's why I always thought that he was going to score less than Warple. Because his role is worse
Did you see that
than
shot?
Warple.
Did you see the shot on goal he had? My God, like he looked like a complete idiot.
He's a young kid. He's playing his fourth game.
Mate, if you're a high draft pick,
I'm sure
you can.
Fourth game.
He kicked it to the guy on the man of the mark.
Okay.
I needed him to get 86 for me to win. He didn't get it, and I'm upset at him, and I'm going to bag it.
Not even Warple got 86. Not even Sicily got 86. Relax. Okay.
I needed it.
Okay, Matty. No one cares.
I hate him. McKenzie's out. I'm going to get rid of him.
All right. Get rid of McKenzie.
He's done. Who else is there? Brockman. Well, look, he was going to be a downgrade target. He got subbed off. Clearly, no one's going to be looking at him now. Subbed off in the third quarter with an injury. He only had 5 disposals before then anyway, so...
Yeah, look, obviously he's not going to score well when they're getting beaten by about 80 points or so, but look, you know...
What are you going to do?
Fergus Green's making some nice money. I shouldn't have traded him out. This reminds me of that other idiot last year that I traded out too early.
Not many Hawthorn players did well. Only Will Day and Impey were the standouts. Josh Ward, if you kept him. Dylan Moore.
Josh Ward, if you kept him. No one's would have...
if you started him, sorry. I don't know. I'm sure there's some Hawthorn idiots that love him.
No one in this podcast, sure.
Clearly not. But I think that's it, George. What do you like about this?
Oh, look, so this has chucked some spanners in the work because I can't trade out Radigalea after he's got his highest score of the year, but thanks for that, Rats. I hate Jones. I really want to get rid of him. I never liked him. He also got me a 5 on the field, so thanks for that one, Jonesy. And now, since he's got me a 5 on the field, he's giving me 40 on the field every week, so he's definitely on my chopping block. Who's on your chopping block? I also got Keneally on my chopping block. I know he's been getting a lot of touches, but after this champion doesn't like him.
I'm kind of feeling like I'm just sick of Hawks. Like I rolled the dice on Warple. I started with him. I didn't like him.
GWS next week.
McKenzie, I don't think he's going to get CBAs.
So you trying to? I see what you're doing now is trying to justify yourself why trading out McKenzie is a good idea.
He's still got an 89.
Yes, because he got an 89 last week.
Okay, why didn't he get that this week, you idiot?
Because his role is never that good, and I don't think he'll be getting 89s as often as these 50s.
Oh, that hurt me. I think Liam Jones is on the chopping block. I think Van Roonen might...
You got Doherty?
I do still, yes.
Have you thought about trading him or not? Too late?
It's too late. I'm not going to trade him out because then when he gets cheap, I want to trade him back in as soon as he gets 100 and something.
Yeah,
look, regarding Doherty, like I said earlier, Walsh and Kennedy come back in next week. Hopefully they're going to push all the idiots where they play out.
Idiots.
I'm talking about Ed Kerno
I know.
I'm talking about Doherty where he's respectively should be playing. If Doherty's going to get 100, it's going to be this week.
Okay. Well, we'll talk more in depth about our trades. But yeah, I don't think even when we done the shout-outs, I don't think we put the Kick Sun Hall of Fame on. So we'll do the best of last Kick Sun Hall of Fames. There we go.
You did read out Whiskey DX, but we did not go through the leaderboard.
I want to go through the leader because Turn It Up is still number 1 in the Sun. There's SuperCoach Baula, who is a 2nd, and our great mate Dean Field is on 3rd, and that's what we love about Dino.
I love Dean.
And he's just, every time I'm doing shit, he's like, hey man, relax, you're going to do good, you can bounce back, good luck for your team. What a really nice man he is.
He's really making you, really wanting you to go, because I could just see the frustration on Jordy's face that we're going to stop after round 8. If we're doing this shit,
the podcast stops.
The podcast is going to stop because we're not going to give a fuck anymore because we just keep on losing and picking shit players.
Because this is our worst start ever.
Contestants. Jordy wins.
All right, fuck off. Now wait, Benny T is on. Benny T, the bot lover, is on 4th. Whiskey D goes all the way up to 5th, and Glenn Fear itself is 6th. Oh man, you scratched me, you bitch.
Where?
And Chris Pritchard 7th, Blake B 8th, Jamie Mizzer on 9th, and Longy on 10th. Thank you so much, guys. You're the reason why we're spending hours on these podcasts. And if you're new here, please subscribe and join our family.
And if you've already subscribed, we love you so much anyway.
All right, guys. I'll catch you on the big trade episode coming out hopefully this Wednesday. If you get shit to go. Oh!
Chat. That's 50 metres. That wasn't into my hands. Every day of the week.
See you guys.
See you. Have a good one.